And free Britney. Yes.
Definitely.
What else is important? My favorite tweeter. My favorite tweeter's back, Meek. Meek is one of those pages where when I go to his page, like if he ever unfollowed me, I don't get disappointed. I'll be sad. This guy is gold.
There was only one person that that
gold.
happened. I found out I was blocked by them, and it fucked me up.
It hurt?
Yeah, I was pissed.
Can you tell us who?
Cameron.
He said Cam.
Yeah.
He
You told us that before. Why did he block you?
Solidarity with the fellas.
Oh, got it. Meek says the definition of a mixtape EP is when a project is not profited off. If it was sold on a platform under a label and they own that project, how could it not be counted as an album? Especially if the label owns it made profit. If the label owns it and made profit. What does it count as nothing? What does it count as nothing?
It's supposed to be a comma after as.
Oh, does it count as nothing? Yo, I don't like that hip hop is totally getting rid of like punctuation grammar, like shit. Like,
The internet has ruined.
The rappers
Punctuate.
actually what it was.
rappers are doing it, yo.
Yeah.
Like once I figured out how Kanye was writing his shit, I'm like, oh, I see what you did. That's pretty clever, but why did I just have to waste my time and figure out how you're
Where the
writing?
commas were supposed to go.
It's commas and periods. I got to figure it out.
You know who really started that?
Cam Newton.
No, that was just a crazy font.
Cam Newton started that.
It was just a font, but he was still writing sentences. The battle rappers started that. They were the first ones writing on the black screen, and you have to like get a dictionary to try to figure out what they're saying.
But why do they think that's cool?
I don't think they was.
All right, I sound old again. Come on, let's move on.
I'm with him except for the EP part.
Now, why is Meek going on this rant? Some are saying he thought he would be finished with his contract with the release of DC4. And that makes sense, though I have no information. So I'll just roll with that.
So let me ask you. It's not mine. So if he released a mixtape, quote unquote, and the label profited from the mixtape and they sold it on a platform, what does that count as? A half?
I want to let the fans out there know that this is why I'm semantics man. Because in the music business, you better be semantics man. Because every word means something different and you learn that the hard way. Ish. DC4 was a mixtape. And a mixtape is for promotional use only.
So it shouldn't be profited from.
It wasn't for promo use only.
See what I'm saying? So there's the gray area. If it's for promo use only,
It's not a gray
the
area.
label should have
it's
sold
not-
it.
It's not a gray area at all. It's black
not
and
a-
white.
It's not a gray area.
Look,
because the record labels, along with a couple other corporations, cracked down on the mixtape game, so they killed mixtapes. They got it out of there, and they figured out a way to do it themselves and cheat
monetize
the
it.
system.
Okay.
Now look, Ish. Well, I say it's not a gray area. It's black and white because in the contract, let's say you sign a 4-album deal.
Yeah.
I don't know what he signed. I'm just throwing numbers out there. 4-album deal.
Or 5-album
whatever.
deal.
However
Whatever,
many
yeah.
albums. Key word here is album.
Albums.
Indeed.
So now you say, all right, here's my mixtape. Yeah, we put it out, promoted it, made money off of it.
You wanted
as
that.
if it was an album. But you said, here's my mixtape.
You are our artist. It behooves us.
Yeah, it works in our favor for you to call it a mixtape.
To push your project, spend a couple dollars on it. But when DC4 dropped, I said, this don't sound like the budget from the last album. This sounds different. The rollout, all of this shit looks and feels different. Meek did a great job, but it sounds like he did this on his own.
No, I think you're confusing this with the
Yeah,
album
the
Expensive
Pain.
Pain.
The Pain
This is
one.
DC4.
That's what I said about Expensive Pain.
DC4 was a couple years ago, but he's still been fighting
What was
about
on
that
DC4?
one.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Pull up the track
But
list.
he's been fighting about DC4 for a minute because that was his mixtape.
Oh, you are never getting this off. You're absolutely right, Ice. You're never getting this off, Ish.
I don't know.
This is a mixtape. There's no gray area. It's a mixtape. And to his point, a EP, that ain't an album either.
True. That's a different thing. though, from a mix.
But it's a different thing. He's combining them both because his argument is
If it ain't an album, if it's one of these, it ain't an album.
if it's one of these and you push it and you own it and you make the profit off of it, then it should count.
Right.
Sorry, they're gonna call me that guy. We don't get to change the cockamamie rules that they have.
No.
Those are the rules. and those are the rules all around the board. I learned that. I went through it. You can
I'm
make,
not
you
sure
can
if
make
these-
a face. That's the rule.
I'm not sure if these labels would allow you to count DC4 as an example as an album. Like if he goes in there and says, "No, this is an album."
His argument is, yo, if I'm assuming
Uh-huh.
y'all profited from it.
Right.
So if it's, how do y'all own some shit that y'all not giving me credit for? If that's the
I
case, I
agree.
own it then.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like if that's the case, I own it.
But you don't.
Exactly.
We own it.
I know.
We own it.
So if we find a way to profit off of it, then we
Yeah.
just found a way to profit off of it.
And if we own it,
We're the people
we
that
own your mixtape.
We're the people that
That's all.
can say, "Hey, this ain't an album. This is ours, thanks, but this is not that." And we need 5 albums from you. I understand.
So if that is the case, then why do artists keep creating mixtapes
They don't anymore. It's very rare that an artist creates a mixtape today.
or EP?
Well,
EP's
this
a
is
little different.
his contract.
No, I'm saying artists are okay. Got you.
This is his contract.
So some artists it counts. The EP
Well, my-
accounts.
Because
EP might count as half.
EPLP is out of here today because LP was 40 minutes or more and EP was 40 minutes or less. That's out of here now because albums are
45 minutes.
29 minutes.
Yeah.
Under 40 minutes. So the contracts are different now. We don't know when Meek signed and we don't know the language in it. But from looking at what he's saying, he got one of them contracts. He don't have one where the EP count for a half a project or a full project. He don't have nothing where they're going to count some of your other work. That's Atlantic. They not doing that. I had to have that same fight with my publishing company when I was putting out EPs. And it was like, we ain't, what that mean? Good for you. It's like, no, that's a project. It's all original music. It's like, so the wording is the wording. So this is an uphill battle for him. And if the speculation is true, then he's just there for another album. And I know that got to be
And,
tough.
No,
and
because
they
then
said
the problem-
they won't let him.
Yeah,
They
the
said they
problem-
won't let him release
Exactly.
the album until next year.
Well, not only that, the problem can then come is if the label knows this is your last album,
Everything's a mixtape until we say so.
yeah. Or, yo, re-up. We're going to re-sign you for 2 more, and then we'll put this album out. We don't have to put this album out. We can just chill. We made enough money off you. We're going to continue to make money off you. We'll let you burn out.
We have a schedule to keep.
That is disgusting.
Every week I could tell you about the artists that we're dropping and who we're focusing on. Like their roster is large enough to do that. So
That is disgusting, my nigga.
It is.
Welcome
the music
welcome
business
to the
is
music biz.
disgusting, yo. At least for a little bit before it gets good, or it's great for 5% of people. But the music business is nasty. It's a nasty one. This is part of his learning process. But I know that's got to be rough because he's rubbing elbows with the billionaires out there, and his mindset is different today.
But that's what happened.
He's
trapped in-
itching to
yeah.
get
He wants
out
to
of
own.
that deal.
He wants to own.
He's itching to get out of that deal. But the thing is, if the fans know it, and I know that, guess who else know that?
The label.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
I'm not letting you just go nowhere. You crazy?
Yeah,
So
my
now
nigga,
you drop this album, you out your deal. Now you can go sign a
That's
distribution deal or something somewhere.
that's really slavery.
Like, no, we're gonna hold on to you.
Like, fam, if you don't re-up, we gonna shelf you.
That's
We're gonna hold you here against your will,
That's
nigga.
supreme bullshit. Yeah.
That is slavery.
I've known 2 artists.
I believe you. I'm
That's
just saying
happened to
that's
personally.
slavery, my nigga. To hold somebody against their will, like, yo, here go my project. I'm done.
No, you're
Nah,
not.
But I'm
that's
not,
a
but I'm
mixtape.
not holding
But
you
I'm
against
not.
your will. I have a contract on you.
I know that could be indefinite.
No, it's not going to be indefinite.
Says who?
It won't be.
They could shelf him for 3 years.
That's not indefinite though.
That's not
know.
indefinite.
I'm not trying to be
That's
funny.
not
I'm just trying. I
indefinite.
know
We
it's
know.
fucked up,
We
but
know
this
it's
really
not
is the
indefinite.
music
Yo,
business.
In this
But they can hold them
conversation,
for
we
5
got to
years.
focus on what words mean.
You're right.
In this one.
You're right. So indefinite is definitely not indefinite. It could be a finite period, but when we determine we gonna drop your shit, so we could just drop your shit in 8 years, and you just gonna sit on the shelf somewhere and just keep creating mixtapes that you tore off to put food in your kid's mouth. But we're not gonna put your album out, which means you're not gonna get off our label and out of this deal. That's horrible, my nigga.
The music business is horrible. And unfortunately, people keep finding that out the hard way.
Well, and you know what? And when you say music business, though, this is a major label problem.
Correct. It's not.
This is not an all around. There's a lot of people going another route. This is a major label thing.
Well, it's a lot of people going another route now or within the last
And
few
have
years
been.
or so. But
And
I'm just saying, when he signed, it wasn't really that popular to do that.
Oh, I'm aware.
That's true.
So a lot of people came after that and went the other route. And then it you know, the people that stuck there are
I don't
watching
wanna-
this.
You know what? I agree with you, but I don't want to hear that shit.
Fam, that's what happens.
At all points in life, you have a choice, yo.
That's
I
true.
don't care about what was popular and what wasn't.
That's true.
In
but
2009, I was going that route.
No,
Was it
but-
popular? No. Was it frowned upon? Yes.
But
Was it a route that could have had different results for a bigger artist?
But check it out, though.
Yes.
Check it out, Joe.
Information,
No. It's about information, though.
That's true.
Being that it wasn't as popular, that means not many people may have known about that option to that route. A lot of people, a lot of rappers, maybe up to the late 2000s, all they cared about was getting a deal.
That's what they knew.
That's what exactly.
See?
Information.
Stop. I want to draw the line because you're correct in the people that you're talking about. But on the other side of that line are the people that are only looking for the deal from the major label, no matter sans the information I can get from elsewhere. No matter the information, I want a record deal.
Yeah, I'm talking about them. I just want a deal. I just want to be signed to a label because I think that's what it takes to get me to the
Okay,
next
so
level.
then I don't think that should be used as a crutch. If that's your decision at any time, those people I'm talking about, the people that fuck everything else, I want a major label deal, then take what comes with the major label deal and box your way up out of it. Because that's what most people have to do. He's waiting to get up off of there. My fight was way longer than his, Ish. Way longer than his.
But
My whole career derailed fighting with a label. You talking about stalling out. They stalled it out. Hey, got it off. I somehow salvaged some shit and I'm still here. Most people don't get, he's going to get off here. He's going to do an album. He's friends with all the hottest niggas. He's going to come with a single. They're going to want to put it out. They're not going to sit him for 3 years. But will they stall him out to try to get a contract done because they don't want him to walk out the door? Yeah, they don't want him to walk out the door. And if he's going to walk out the door, then we need to know that because we're not just putting a whole bunch of money in your last project. We're not pumping it up for you to go walk out the door.
So when you stay there, right? Because from what I understand, they not putting money in your project. You got to get all that money back. So they not necessarily putting a ton of money into your project if I got to pay y'all the money that y'all put into my
yeah,
project.
but look,
back.
we don't want to
That's-
raise your stock
wait,
either.
That's not the music business. What you just said is not the music business. You have to recoup no matter what.
Exactly.
But you don't decide what's spent on your project.
I know.
They do.
And so that's my point. You said it as if they were doing him a solid, saying, "Yo,
That's a solid.
we pumping all this money in your
That
project."
is a solid.
How? If I gotta give you the
I'm
money
telling
back?
you, I'll tell you how.
Because
If
we cannot pump money into your project.
Who?
the label.
Don't pump shit in my project.
Correct.
Let me off, and I'm done.
It's not about letting you off though. If we don't want to raise. If we pump money into your project,
And
and
you
your
put out
project's
a
in
hot
here,
project.
your stock goes up.
I got you.
We don't want you walking out of here
I
with your stock up.
I understand the premise behind
listen,
not
listen to
doing
me.
it.
The people that go to a major label, right? You'll often hear them use terms like the machine or push the button. The people that are only looking for that route go there for one specific thing: for the label to spend the money.
Got you.
I want the looks
Or the relationships.
They're not going for the relationships. You can get relationships.
No, I mean the relationships that the label already has to make you hot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that don't
yeah.
necessarily got to be them spending money, but they could push.
But it's spending money.
It's
But
still-
that's spending
it's
money.
still them spending money.
That's still spending money. So you want that. You want that. So that's why that conversation becomes obsolete. You don't want to sit on a major and have the execs there say, "Hey, we're spending." You don't want them to give you empire numbers there. Hey, we're going to spend $400,000 on your entire project for the duration, for the life of it. No, you're dealing with inflation on a major anyway. Like, if somebody know you on a major, the price is up for everything. The video costs, the beats.
Yeah, everything.
No, they're gonna spend. And if they don't spend, then you ain't shit.
Your project ain't gonna be shit.
No, you ain't shit.
Yeah, you and shit.
Not your project. You ain't shit if they don't spend.
But you just said they can make a conscious effort not to spend money on Meek's project.
But they don't do that to him. Well,
He's
I haven't seen it.
He's gonna get it back.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's gonna
get the.
He's gonna recoup.
Yeah.
They're not worried about it with him. They spending what they're supposed to spend with him, and they want to see about his decision making before they see about how we should go about the next route.
But for someone who's like a JV, up and coming artist,
That's
they're
what-
not gonna spend crazy.
I know.
In most cases.
You just said, but at the end of the day, if you not gonna sign back with us, we not gonna spend certain amount of dollars on your project.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You saying it don't matter what they spend because they're gonna get it back anyway.
That's my point. It don't matter if you spend $500,000 or if you spend $3 million. I'm still responsible for paying you your money back.
This is what we're talking about here is why teams don't trade the star player in the same division or the same conference.
Yeah, it's direct competition.
Like, I think that's kind of
So it's not a financial decision. See, when the team don't trade fucking Tom Brady to the Jets, right? That's not financial. At the end of the day, it's financial because it's about competition and winning and losing. But when you saying with the label not gonna put money out for your project, that's not based on competition.
It is though.
Because you could get hot and go to another label.
Yeah.
yeah. They gotta up your stock and then
That's
you
what I'm
go to
saying.
Epic.
But niggas
and they
already
go
know who
crazy.
you are.
It's different though. Yeah, but your last project wasn't received the best. Your
Got you.
stock
So now I
matters.
understand. I guess.
You come back with another. I'm not gonna. You come back with
I
another
understand.
project that don't really hit.
I understand.
Yeah.
But if you meet, let's just stay on meet.
Mhm.
If the word around town is this, then the label heads at Epic or at Universal or whomever, they know what happened. Yo, his album didn't do Meek numbers because he was beefing with the label. So does your stock really, really still drop?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Still drops.
They got all types of phrases for that. You're only as good as your last hit.
The numbers are the numbers, all that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got you.
Listen, I went to Skane not long after my album dropped, or maybe it was a few months. I was like, yo, I want out of here. Emotional too. He said, Joe, where you gonna go? You coming off what's viewed as a flop. You owe albums here. It's gonna be up to them to let you. Like, where you going? You haven't negotiated.
What did it take to even get out of that?
I was just going to ask that same question.
Heartache and pain, heartache, pain, and Theo Sotomayor.
Good lawyer.
Yeah, but that wasn't until way. My album came out in 03.
Oh.
In 04, everybody left. 05, 06, a Moo Music came out.
Uh-huh.
And then I got hot again, so they wasn't trying to let me go.
Uh-huh.
Big mistake.
I was just getting ready to say that
Big
was
mistake
mistake one right there.
with the mixtape game. And then Theo came in 07. I had a production company deal too. So then that had to get handled, and we got out of that. The Def Jam deal, 08. 08 completely. 5 years. But 5 years in purgatory.
Right.
5 years of having to go figure it out here, streets. Just
Right.
feeding the streets. I don't have a way to feed it wasn't rubbing elbows with the billionaires. So it's unfortunate, but every artist has to learn and go through it. And I hope that Meek comes out of it unscathed. I'm sure he will. See, that's what's fucked up. I'm sure he got a plan in his mind.
I'm sure.
He got a plan.
probably
Yeah.
got some shit.
Absolutely.
But they know his plan. Fam, you're not going to be at every Sixer game with Lil Baby and James Harden, and I don't know you got a plan. You know who's watching the game? Atlantic Records.
No, the good thing for him
It's like the government watching Instagram. The labels is watching you. They know when the stock is up, stock is down. They know when it's popping, when it ain't, when you cold, when you hot. They know. They know.
It's their job to know. But
Not getting rid of you.
the good thing with him is he seems to be getting money from other ways. Imagine the back in the day artists in the 90s, or even you in that case, that didn't have any other streams of income.
Well, that's what they do. They'll freeze you out.
Fam,
so
you,
where
you fuck around,
you
go
come-
postal.
No, you come back begging. All right, what I got to do?
Yeah, gotcha.
Here, take another advance. You need some money? You fucked up? Here, take another advance. And another 3 albums on this. Shit like that. What you over here doing?
Scratching.
New music.
No. Listen to it yourself. I'm done coming in here giving my Fabio, putting on my Fabio cape and going crazy. Because all you guys do is judge me and tell me that I have New York bias, saying, oh, he ain't really hitting like that over here. But I don't care, nigga. I ask you about what the fuck they playing over there. I'm telling you what I'm